Well, it is tax season, and while some may see a refund, others will pay someone to file those taxes for them. That's where Centers for Siouxland's VITA tax program comes into play. Now, it's a free program for qualifying Siouxlanders, providing tax preparation at no charge. VITA, or the Volunteer Income Tax Assistant Program, is through the IRS. To qualify, a household can't make more than $69,000 a year. The Center for Siouxland also offers this VITA service to the elderly, those in rural areas, and those with limited English speaking skills.
I mean, when you look at the area median income of just even Woodbury County, more than half of our Woodbury County citizens would qualify to come to VITA. And so we do between 2,700 and 2,800 tax returns a year, but we, could do, and there are certainly way more people who are eligible for that.
The program relies on volunteers and certified tax officials to ensure everything runs smoothly. While you need an official government ID and your W-2s, there are a few changes for this tax season as well.
This year there's a new no tax on tips or qualified overtime. So if you had tips and overtime, make sure that you have a statement from your employer or your last pay stub if it's not on your W-2, and bring that information in so that we can help figure that out and get you that deduction. And then just other things, if they had marketplace insurance, they'll need a 1095A. If they were a victim of identity theft, the IRS may have issued them an identity protection pin, and they would get a letter with that information in it.
Appointments are available through mid-April, so to find out if you qualify or if you would like to make an appointment, you can give them a call. That number is there on your screen. You can jot it down, 712-252-1861, extension 101.